This is Caitlin, your host of the NoSleep4Dramas podcast, where we get no sleep and survive on coffee to watch just one more episode at night. Welcome back to the NoSleep4Dramas podcast. My name is Caitlin, and I decided that this week's episode was going to be about Valentine's Day. And you know why that is? Is because I did not realize this episode was going to be dropping on the 14th until I looked at the calendar. So I decided to have it for Valentine's Day. And basically, when you think of Valentine's Day, you think of romance. And I personally do not talk about romance dramas all that much. And I know a lot of people want me to talk about more romance dramas. So here we are. This is going to be a podcast episode absolutely 100% directed towards romance. And I'm going to list out some of my recommendations of romance dramas to check out today. I have done 2 other lists like this on my blog. One is specifically about Japanese dramas, and the other one was just like, here's some romance dramas from various countries. So the blog post for this podcast episode is now live on the blog. So you can go and check that out now. It has links to the other 2 blog posts about romance dramas that I have found on my blog, and also links to MDL on all about all the dramas I am going to be talking about. So you can go to my blog now and refer to that and have more lists for romance dramas if you need more romance in your life today, I guess. Who doesn't, though, really? Okay, so as I always say with all of my lists I make, I'll do like 3 things. 1, I tried to name dramas on this list that I have not mentioned very often or at all on my other romance lists or in my blog in general. There of course are ones that I have mentioned, because there's only so many dramas I've completed, and if this is a recommendations list, I have to have completed the drama. So some of these I have mentioned in my lists before or on my blog before. Some of them I have not. I also have tried to cover multiple countries and genres. I want to create variety with this. I want to have fun in this episode. This list also is not in any particular order. And as I said earlier, I have had to complete the drama and enjoy watching the drama. Of course, I'm not going to recommend you something that I did not enjoy. Okay, so let's move on to the list because that's what everybody is here for. The first one on my list is one I do not think I've mentioned at all on my blog, and that is because I have not been able to watch it in years. I first watched this drama on Drama Fever, RIP Drama Fever. For those of you who do not know what Drama Fever was, it was a streaming service like Viki that was used, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. I'm not even sure. And Warner Brothers bought it and it died one day. So RIP Drama Fever. We're still waiting on some dramas. But this one, I think I watched there. And then I couldn't find it for the longest time. And then recently it popped up on YouTube. And that is the 2015 drama Snow Lotus. It's 2 episodes, so very easy watch. And the reason I like this is because 1, it's 2 episodes. So you can watch it very easily. And it's a movie. That's pretty much what happened. I honestly think it was one of those KBS drama specials that came out. I could be wrong on that though. I honestly don't know. But I think it was a Korean special that aired, and It stars Ji Jin Hee and E Ji Ha, which we all know her from right now with the divorce show, Queen of Divorce. But it's a fantasy romance drama about how Ji Jin Hee's character is like the CEO of a gaming company, and he hires E.G. Ha, E.G. Ha, E.G. Ha. He hires E.G. Ha to be an artist for this particular game. And they find out that they both have this same dream that they've been having. And they try to figure out why they're having this dream, who these people are in this dream, and they find out that the game they're making is based off the dream they're both having. And I remember watching this and just loving how their characters figured this out and the progression of their romance with this, along with the side story of the dream, because they basically find out that they themselves are characters within this dream. That's why they're having this dream. So it's like a duo romance plus time, space, time travel, reincarnation type thing. I don't want to give too much away. There was a twist at the end that kind of made me laugh because I wasn't expecting it at all, which was an interesting twist. For those of you who've seen this, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I had a lot of fun with this, and the romance is nice. It's like it's not slow because you kind of have two romances going on at the same time, but it's unpredictable. You feel the emotions and you care for the leads and you want them to be together, where it is in the dream or the modern version. Overall, the story really isn't new. Like, we've seen it in other dramas before, but sometimes that's a good thing. Like, it's sometimes a little ridiculous, but it's still I still enjoyed watching this. I probably want to rewatch it. I haven't watched it in years, but it's on YouTube now. You can look for it and find the 2 episodes fully subbed. Yeah, that is Snow Lotus. I probably should rewatch that cuz it's something that I remember like parts of, but I don't remember like the full story because I haven't been able to watch it in years. So, but I wanted to name something I don't think I'd ever talked about on my blog, and that was definitely one of them. And plus, if you don't want to watch an entire romance K drama, it's a good, easy watch because I said it's a movie length. So, the next one I'm going to mention is the K drama She Would Never Know from 2021. I watched this on iQIYI, but I think it is also now on Netflix. Um, if you want a drama that, in my opinion, has a more mature romance where like communication exists, you will like this one. It does get a little crazy, which I think is the reason why I liked it, is because it's a little crazy, a little makjang when it comes to the supporting characters, but the lead couple's romance is definitely a highlight of this drama. Like, they have a very mature and heartwarming romance. There's a lot of over the top scenes, as I said, with the supporting cast, but it's a Nuno romance. Who doesn't love a Nuno romance? It's refreshing because it's this mature romance that sometimes you don't get nowadays. um it's a good romance. It's a good heartwarming office Nuna romance. Plenty of swoon-worthy moments. I will warn you, I remember that this was marketed as a rom-com, if I'm not mistaken, but it is definitely more of a melodrama. It has some comedic moments, but it's not a rom-com. Like, I remember thinking I'm probably not going to watch this one, and so I skipped it at first. And then when I heard what really was going on in the drama, I'm like, "Oh, that's definitely probably more my style." And I checked it out, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. I love the lead romance. You will get angry with some side characters, though. I will tell you that right now. They are somewhat dramatic, but again, lead romance is very, very satisfying. Like I have like no qualms with that. Like there's no red flags, you know? And again, I'm a sucker. I'm really a sucker for like the Nuno romance and um the office romance. So this one kind of just like was like, Caitlin, you need to watch this one. You'll enjoy this one type thing. So it's maybe it's not a really surprise it's on my list, or the fact that I enjoyed it, because again, it was kind of written for me. Okay, so next one, which I think a lot of people were surprised that I love this, because it's a drama that you either love this drama, from what I hear, because it's a 2021 drama. It's been out for a while. People's opinions of this drama are you either love it or you hate it and you don't like it at all. So I I'm in the camp of loving this drama. I remember I was surprised a lot of people by loving it while it was airing, and that is Bossum Steal the Fate. I just remember a lot of people were very confused why I was liking this so much. And I like this drama for many reasons. One, it had a topic where I thought it was quite unique. Like it's something you didn't really see very often in a drama at that time, and that is basically, I guess, like the act of performing a bossum, which is where like when a person is hired to kidnap a woman and to have her marry. Usually it was a widow, and she'd marry to another person for various reasons. One, she didn't have to live alone, or it was a political agreement, or something like that. Like for various reasons this was performed. And that was just something, like it was basically a old-fashioned like remarriage procedure that was done in the Joseon periods. And I had never seen that in a drama before, and it was very interesting to see and how that all played out and what would happen and the fact that like people made a business of this. Um and sometimes kidnappings were agreed upon in advance, some were forced. I guess it depended on various outcomes, you know. But to have this as a key thing in a drama was just so interesting to me. I also loved the leads. The leads are Jung Il Woo and Kwon Yu Ri. Obviously have seen them in many, many other dramas, and I love them both. So I was very interested to see them paired together as a couple. The cinematography is gorgeous with this drama. You just look at some of the posters and it's gorgeous. But it was a real like treat watching this drama because it was just visually stunning. Um I also remember Kwon Yu Ri had chemistry with both of her leads. So not only Jung Il Woo, but also Shin Hyun Soo, who was the second male lead. So I had a lot of fun watching this and seeing who she would end up with because her chemistry was good with both of them. Granted, we know who she ended up with, but obviously other people who did not like this drama as much as I did found the romance triangle annoying because I would too, if I wasn't having so much fun with it. It also is a slow burn romance. It's 20 episodes, I want to say. So it's not a fast romance. It's definitely slow burn. You definitely feel it. The acting is amazing, but if you are in the Saegooks, I would highly recommend this one. It just it I don't know. It hit all the places for me at the time, and I loved this romance drama. Okay, next one really needs no introduction. I think a lot of people know about this one. And that is A Business Proposal from 2022. It's on Netflix. I mean, I don't really need to talk about this on why it's on my list. I am so glad I watched this one. Again, it was a rom-com. So I was like, do I try it? Do I not? And I think I didn't at first, and then because everybody was praising it, I decided to give it a shot, and I love this. It's a must watch if you like rom-coms. It's witty, it's entertaining, you get multiple couples, you get chemistry with both of those couples. You also get hilarious scenes where you're just laughing your head off. You have a tight plot that doesn't really lag because it's 12 episodes. And also, what I loved the most about this drama is it feels old school because you have these tropes, right? But then they turn the tropes on their head and it makes it feel refreshing and new. And so you don't get these old tropey feeling show. You get a more refreshing, like, oh, that is not the direction I thought they would go. And it was a lot less angsty that way because they didn't go the traditional route that if you've watched a lot of Korean dramas, you would think they would go that route. So I can't, as a rom-com, and as one of the few rom-coms on this list, I cannot recommend it enough. Especially if you love romance, especially you love rom-com, you will be highly entertained and you will love all the romance scenes. Second couple has as much romance screen time as the main couple, which I think they even have their own fandom. So I can't recommend this drama enough, especially if you're a rom-com watcher. Okay, so next one I'm going to do is one for the BL fans. And this one is a little more under the radar because one, I thought it's not really very accessible. It's on iQIYI, so I don't think a lot of people watched it or still have not watched it. And that is Blooming from 2022. It's 11 episodes. And this is still by far one of my favorite BL Korean dramas I've ever watched. Like, the cinematography alone, if you are a lover of cinematography, you need to watch this drama. Like, I just remember watching all 11 episodes and just seeing, like, oh my God, this is a beautiful drama just from a cinematography standpoint. And it's a shame that it's not anywhere except for iQIYI because it's a beautiful drama to watch. They are remaking it, which I heard, which I think is weird because they're not like remaking it with the same actors, I don't think. But it sounds like it's going to be the same exact story. I want to say the same company is also remaking it, but I could be wrong on that. But I still find it really weird. People should watch the original too. The leads had really nice, comfortable chemistry. It was well acted. I was actually really surprised. I love this drama as much as I do because it was so under the radar because no one had access to it. I didn't really know what to expect. And I don't think I had seen these actors in anything else before or even now. Like, I don't think I've seen them in anything other dramas I've watched, unless I could be wrong on that, but it was a good surprise. It was a nice, sweet surprise going into this because, again, I didn't expect anything. But it's a simple, straightforward romance story, and that's sometimes like all you really need. It's a very comfortable watch. So, for those BL drama lovers who have not seen Blooming, please go and watch this if you have access to it. Okay, next one, which, again, I don't know if a ton of people will agree with me, or maybe even haven't watched it, is Pong the Joseon Psychiatrist. Okay, so stay with me here, okay? I realize this is 2 seasons. And I will tell you right now, you need both of those seasons to appreciate the romance because it is a very slow moving, slow burn romance because they just don't know what they think of each other for the longest time. Like, the male lead is so respectful and she's a widow. And he likes her so much that he doesn't want to compromise her in any way. So he kind of just doesn't do anything for episodes. But I loved this couple. I mean, it's a slow burn couple, but they are so cute together. Just so cute all the time. Like whenever they're on screen, no matter what they're doing, they are adorable. But again, I will warn you, you do need both seasons to have like a satisfying ending with this couple. But again, I think they're adorable. I loved both seasons. I was a fan of both of these seasons. I was a fan of this drama. I loved watching their relationship progress through both of these seasons. I loved watching them slowly fall in love with each other and then not acting on those emotions and not doing anything about it, but then having these cute interactions anyway. And then you have this widow who really comes into her own as herself and then goes into this relationship. So they kind of find themselves individually too. And they definitely have chemistry. I think they do. The acting is very good. It's quite funny. So it's more of like a rom-com at times. But it's a healing drama. Like all of these characters, whether they're lead or supporting, they have issues they need to work out. They have their own storylines. You have a supporting cast and a found family who has their own issues. This is a healing drama. You're going to have these characters be healed through their life experiences and through their relationships with each other. Cinematography is pretty. Again, I just mentioned you'll have found family if you're a lover of found family. But yeah, so just a warning. I'm recommending Pong, but it's going to take 2 seasons. So if you're not a 2-season person, first season's 12 episodes, second season is 10 episodes. They're both on Viki. I thought this couple was adorable. So I know I know I'm not the only one who loved this drama and loved this couple, but I also know there were many people who could not get behind this, especially because it was a 2-season type thing. So, yeah, but I'm still recommending this. Okay, so moving on, we're going to Chinese drama land now for a little bit. First one, if you are into the epic romance, high stakes romance, especially when you have a Chinese drama in mind, you can look no further than Love Like the Galaxy, which is a 2022 drama. It is technically an MDL. It's split into 2 seasons, but it's not 2 seasons. You just watch them back to back. I think it's like 54 episodes in total or something. This drama takes you through the ringer. You have all the emotions. Like, you have this couple not even meet. Like, it takes them forever to meet, but they like, especially Wu Lei, the male lead, looks at her longingly from afar for a while. But their chemistry with this drama, the 2 leads' chemistry in this drama is sizzling off the screen all the time. Like, they have so much great chemistry with this, and it was phenomenal. The acting was phenomenal. Like, I could not wait to see them on screen, and I could not wait for every scene these 2 leads had together. Like, their chemistry was just so palpable. And you just watch this couple go against everything from their own families, from society, from war, from distance. Like, everything possible come up as obstacles, like palace shenanigans, people who also want to be married to Wu-Lei. Like, who doesn't want to be married to Wu-Lei? Let's be serious. But if you are currently watching Amidst a Snowstorm of Love and you have not watched this drama with Wu-Lei in it, you need to go watch this drama. I'm not watching Amidst a Snowstorm of Love yet. I will emphasize yet. But if you like him in that drama, you should go watch him in this drama, because he has just as much charisma in this one as he did, or he does, in Amidst the Snowstorm of Love. I've seen edits and things of him in that drama. So Jess from Daybach K Ramples will agree with me on this. Shout out to Jess. Go listen to her podcast. Anyway, going back to Love Like the Galaxy. You also have a couple that support each other through thick and thin. Whether they're broken up or not, they're still supporting each other. They're still doing stuff in the background. Like, you have a couple that really cares for them as like a couple and each other, and they just support each other, and it's just nice to watch. Yes, you do have a lot of angst. Yes, you do have a lot of palace intrigue and shenanigans, but this is a powerhouse of a couple, and I absolutely loved watching them together, and I highly recommend this for a epic historical romance drama. Okay, speaking of historical romances, I will give you, this is going to be another C-drama, another Chinese drama, but it's going to be 2 in 1, okay? So stay with me here. You have the drama One and Only, and then it's follow-up healing drama Forever and Ever. Why do I say One and Only and Forever and Ever? Why do I say Forever and Ever is a healing drama? I will tell you why. One and Only is very tragic. I will give you that right now. So if you are not into the tragedy C-dramas, you will not like One and Only. Now, I will tell you, you do not need to watch One and Only to enjoy Forever and Ever. Forever and Ever is a modern drama that follows up One and Only, and you don't really need to understand what's going on in One and Only to understand what's going on in Forever and Ever. It's nice to know, because they do have a little context, but it's not needed. The reason why I mention these together is because they're connected. And if you know anything about these 2 dramas, you'll know why. They were from a book. One was technically a dream in the book, and they kind of broke them out into 2 dramas. You can watch them separately, but the reason why I recommend this is you have One and Only, that is a romance with a very tragic ending. But then you can follow it up with a healing, like, modern drama with the same leads, same couple, same leads playing the couple. So you get a tragic ending that is just, in my opinion, beautiful to watch. It was one of my favorite Chinese dramas of 2021. Beautifully shot. Cinematography is great. The story is really tragic, and it made me cry the entire time. Couple had great chemistry. It's beautifully tragic. And then you have Forever and Ever, who, like, you don't have a lot of angst with that. You get to see the same couple get a second chance at romance. It's a slow, low angst, nice romance. Alan Wren and Bai Lu together as a couple, very comfortable, very nice chemistry together. I enjoyed them immensely. I'm really glad we got 2 dramas out of them together. I want them to be paired up again. So I understand why people would not want to watch One and Only, because it's a tragic story. I would still highly recommend watching it because it's beautiful. But if you don't want a tragic story, go watch Forever and Ever, and you'll still get a really nice romance out of Forever and Ever, and still be able to celebrate love and Valentine's Day and things like that. Okay. Next Chinese drama I am going to mention is the 2020 drama General's Lady. It's on Viki. It has 30 episodes. I honestly don't know how people feel about this drama because I don't see a lot of people talk about it. I think either people like this drama or they don't. And I'm not quite sure where people might fall in that category. You might look at my recommendation of General's Lady and be like, Caitlin, you're crazy. I enjoyed this drama quite a bit. I got I didn't see hate about it when I watched it, but I just don't see a lot of people mentioning it. But for me, you get a couple who are quite capable by themselves. And then they learn. So you have a couple, right? The woman, the lead lady, she's forced to marry this general. So they don't really know each other when they're marrying. He assumes things, she assumes things. They're both very capable by themselves. She's very smart, he's a general. So you have them very capable individuals marry, and then they have to learn to cohabitate and be in this marriage together without knowing each other. And so you have this relationship after marriage where they learn to love each other and support each other through running a household or through war or through palace intrigue type things. It's more on the lighter side, so there is some rom-com. The support characters are really great. It's a fluffier romance if you need less heavy palace intrigue like Love Like the Galaxy. So if you're looking for fluffy, powerful couple romance, I would recommend General's Lady. I thought they had sweet chemistry. I thought they played off of each other quite nicely. Has a couple annoying side characters, especially the leading lady's sister, I think it was. It was either sister or cousin. I want to say it was a sister. She can get quite annoying. But I mean, honestly, with Chinese dramas, when do we don't have annoying female or male supporting character? There is always somebody trying to ruin the couple. We know this. But yeah, I quite enjoyed this one. I did not think it's 30 episodes, so it's a little long, but for historical, that might not be very long. I enjoyed watching the female lead come into her own and her husband being supportive of that, and then her getting the trust of not only the household that she had to take over, but also his own soldiers and people who work with him. That whole progression of relationships and her discovering her individual power through this relationship and through this position she was put into quite unwillingly. That was enjoyable for me. I liked that a lot. And the leads had nice chemistry. I liked the female lead. I had only seen her in a couple things, and I don't think I'd seen the male lead at this point when I watched this. But General's Lady, I thought, was a very nice watch for Valentine's Day. Okay, so the last one on my list is going to be a complete 180 from anything I've ever talked about. If you are the type of person who maybe does not like Valentine's Day or does not have anything to celebrate on Valentine's Day, and you're more into, I want to watch women destroy their cheating husbands or boyfriends on Valentine's Day, I got the drama for you. So, this drama is Danger of Her. It's a Chinese drama from 2020. It's on iQIYI. It's 14 episodes. And yeah, if you want a crime drama where you just see a group of women helping women either get revenge or murder somebody, this is the drama for you. It's basically a friendship drama where your friends will help you bury a body and help you get rid of scumbag boyfriend or husbands that you have. I watched this in a single day. It was addictive. I was I need to know who they are getting revenge on next. I think it was group of 4 or 5 women who all had various issues, whether they were married or not. I will say trigger warning though, because it's a crime drama. So there's obviously violence and murder. Trigger warning for domestic abuse and also sexual assault. So I will say that right now. But yeah, if this is kind of more your vibe for Valentine's Day, I highly recommend Danger of Her, because it was a lot of fun watching these people get revenge on their cheating scumbag partners. And who doesn't like a revenge drama any time of the year? But if this is your vibe for Valentine's Day, I totally recommend Danger of Her. So yeah, that is my list for romance dramas I would recommend you can watch today for Valentine's or Galentine's Day, if that's your thing too. I hope I found some dramas that you have not heard of, or maybe I listed some of your favorites, and you can let me know on any of my social medias or in the episode. I have, like, as I mentioned, I have other lists that are on my blog that have dramas I did not mention in this episode. So you can go to my blog and read probably a good another 20 or so on 2 other different lists if you didn't find something in this list that you liked. But I hope you did, because I had a lot of fun making this list, especially with Danger of Her, because I don't know, I had to stick that in there. But yeah, happy Valentine's Day. I still it's kind of funny I'm dropping this episode on Valentine's Day, but I think this was the perfect topic to talk about today. You know, who doesn't want romance drama recommendations on Valentine's Day? Especially if you don't have anybody to celebrate with, like me. I'm just going to turn on one of these dramas and curl up on the couch with some chocolate, maybe some wine, and live vicariously through one of these romance dramas. So that is another episode of No Sleep for Dramas, and I hope you have a fantastic Valentine's Day. If you want to continue the conversations about dramas that were started in this episode, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter under the username NoSleep4Dramas. That is No Sleep, the number 4, Dramas, just like in the title of the podcast. This podcast is also an expansion of my blog, so you can visit my blog at www.NoSleep4Dramas.com, the number 4 dramas.com, and find multiple years of blog posts already available at your fingertips. All links are in the description of this episode. This has been an episode of the No Sleep for Dramas podcast, and I am your host, Caitlin. I will see you here next time, and I hope you get no sleep chasing the next episode just like me. Good night.